Welcome. In this video we're going to show you how to prepare the field for Sunnyvale Girls Softball. The first thing we need to do is take the equipment to the field. There's a couple of items you need to take. We need the field drag, we need the rake, the hose cart, pitching plate, the chalk cart, and on some fields this is a paint cart, a reel with rope so that we can mark off the baselines, and a batter's box template. We'll be taking these all to the field now. You may find that there's not enough chalk in the cart before you take it to the field. What you'll want to do is check that. Lift the lid and look inside. If you need to add more chalk, find a bag or open a new one and just pour it in. Close the lid and you're ready to go. One more note about the chalk cart. You have to lift up the front wheels to roll it. Otherwise it will leave a line on the concrete. The first thing we need to do is take the rake and even out the field. This is especially important around the pitcher's plate and around first, second, and third bases. We also need to use the rake around home plate to even out the batter's boxes. Drag the field. We're going to be using the metal drag here. You want to start at the pitcher's mound and go in circles until you've covered the field. Try to get no closer than 3 feet to the edge of the grass. While somebody's dragging the field, you can also start to wet the field down. This keeps the dust down both during the game and while you're dragging. To start off, make sure that the hose is set to the off position first, like this. Then what we need to do is attach the hose to the valve in the ground. Pull the cover off, find the valve, lift the valve cover, and then insert the hose fitting into it and turn until it turns on. Now you can turn it on and start getting the field wet. You'll want to make sure that you get the areas that you prepared with the rake nice and wet so they'll stay down. The area around the pitcher's mound and around home plate. that the field's been dragged and wet down, we can install the bases. We have breakaway bases here with the base separate from the base itself. What we need to do is insert the base into it, press down, and then you'll note that the base has an arrow pointing to the pitcher's mound. That's the way we need to install it. First base is special. It has an orange safety bag. The safety bag should be in foul territory. Now that we've installed the bases, we can install the pitching rubber. The pitching rubber is measured from the back of home plate to either 30 feet for the 2A division, 35 feet for the 3A division, or 40 feet where a mound is permanently installed. Let's install this one for a 3A game at 35 feet. Now we can mark the field. First thing we need to mark is the pitcher circle. Use the rake, put the end to the top of the pitcher's plate, and make a circle. Now we're going to mark out the batting boxes. There are two different kinds of templates. The older one is made of PVC tubing, and the new one is a nice aluminum template. I'll show you how to use both. First, the PVC template. You want to line this up so that these two short parts line up next to home plate, and you want this section from here to here to be the longer section, and from here to here to be the shorter section. Once you have it lined up, use the rake to mark off where the lines should be. To mark off the box using the newer template, use something like the back of the hammer and just create an outline. Now we're going to use the chalk cart to mark out the boxes. When you use the chalk cart, just turn the handle to the first notch. Next, we're going to mark out the pitcher circle. The pitcher circle is actually a little bit wider than the circle we drew with the rake, so line up the chalk cart's inside wheel with that line. The next step is to mark the baselines. What we're going to use is this little piece of rope, and we're going to walk over to the backstop here and connect this to the eyelet here. And we're going to walk past home plate and between the safety bag and first base, all the way to the grass. Now that the line is in, we can use the chalk cart to draw the first baseline. You want to start on the corner of the batter's box and go all the way to the grass. The next thing to mark is the running lane. The running lane extends from first base 30 feet down the first baseline and is 3 feet off of the baseline. The next thing to mark is the coach's box. The coach's box runs 15 feet and 8 feet off of the baseline. The base of the rake is 3 feet, so we can use it to measure. 3, 6, 9, so about there is 8 feet. We also need to mark out 2 on-deck circles. You can do that using the rake like this. Finally, we repeat the process for the third baseline. Take note that the rope hooks into the backstop again, and you want to go just to the outside of third base. And that's it. We've finished preparing the field for Sunnyvale Girls Softball. Now let's play ball.